Hey everyone, welcome back to more political chatter. If you're early to this video, please comment down below political chatterbug, and at the end of the week, you will get a shout out. Anyway, so this election prediction for 2024 is between Democrat Joe Biden, who's very unpopular, versus Republican Ted Cruz, who is also very unpopular. Both Biden and Cruz are very unpopular among their own party, but really, I see Biden turning out Democrats less than Cruz turning out Republicans. So, let's get let me get situated here. So, let's get right into this prediction. Alright, so, oh my gosh, geez, sorry. So, Biden would win, let's do safe Republican states. I always start with Democratic states, but today, let's do all the safe Republican states, which would be all the ones that I'm characterizing now. Indiana has been shifting left, but really with Biden being so unpopular, I don't see it becoming becoming likely. When I say, it's not going to the Democratic column, I'm just debating whether or not it will be likely. Then he's going to win states like Texas, which is his home state. I don't think he's going to have enough of an edge to make it solid. Maybe 10 points, because he's not that popular here. He only won re-election by 3 points over a liberal progressive Democrat in the state of Texas. So, South Carolina would be likely, and Alaska would be likely. A state like Iowa, I think he has enough of a Midwestern appeal here to win the state. But then a state like Ohio, I think, would be likely Cruz. He doesn't have much of an appeal here, and I don't think that he would do that well here compared to Trump. But really, what we have to remember is that Democrats will stay home for Biden, and I think that would be enough to make it likely. Illinois would stay safe, California would stay safe, all for the Democratic Party. Then going to states like, Delaware would be safe, New York, Massachusetts, Vermont. Going to states like Oregon would be likely, New Jersey would be likely, Connecticut would be likely, and Maine's first would be likely, all likely Hillary states, Hawaii safe. Let's go up to Maine at large. I'd probably be lean, as it was in 2016. Anyway, let's start in the Southwest. Going to Nevada, Cruz will have some appeal here. And, going to Nevada and Arizona, he has an appeal here, but most importantly, like a state like Nevada, that's actually shifting right. Recent trends, compared to other states in 2020, Nevada shifted so little to the left. And also in Arizona, that is shifting right, but I think that Cruz will have enough of appeal, and with Biden being unpopular, I think he would be able to win it by a lean margin. I think New Mexico would be lean just because Cruz does have, this Midwestern and Southwestern appeal. But a state like Colorado, I do think would stay likely because of how much people hate Cruz here. I think Cruz would have the edge because he has a Midwestern appeal in Nebraska's 2nd district. I think that he would win here by a lean margin. Moving up to Minnesota, this would probably be a lean state. Democrats will turn out. I definitely think that there are enough liberal Democrats to, be so, the type of liberals that will, type of Democrats that will put, "This man ain't my son" sticker, on their car. So really, in reality, I think that Biden will be able to win the state, against someone more popular like Ron DeSantis. Maybe not so much. Maybe be a bit closer, but really against Ted Cruz, who so many people just hate. I would give it a lean to Biden. But going down south, I would say he does have an appeal in the Sun Belt also. This region where Texas is. Texas is near a lot of states. So going down to Florida, this would probably be lean just because there are a few Republicans who are also annoyed by Cruz. But, Georgia and North Carolina, these states are becoming lean. Biden doesn't really have much of a shot. Cruz just needs 2 more electoral votes to win. So going up to Virginia, I would see this as a lean Biden state. What we have to remember here is that Cruz is heavily aligned with Donald Trump. That really will hurt him. In a state like Virginia, which has really shifted themselves away from Trump, which they voted for. If you look at 2012, it went 3.9% for Obama, and that was when Mitt Romney was a Republican nominee, an acceptable conservative Republican, a traditional Republican. Well, that is not happening. Okay, so I had to stop the video there just for a second, and I'm going to edit it back together anyway. So let's get into this wrap. Alright, anyway, let's go up to Maine 2nd and New Hampshire. I definitely think that Maine 2nd will be Cruz territory, probably by a likely margin. I really see him doing well. in this rural area. I definitely think that he is going to do better in the rural areas, like in Iowa and Nevada, so I do think it would go to, and 2020 and 2016 shows that a moderate Democrat does not really do good in Maine second, but a progressive Democrat does, and that would be Obama, who did well here both years. So really, Maine second, I see being likely Cruz. Moving on to the state of Wisconsin, I think that this would be lean Cruz, a pretty rural state where he is going to do well. Plus, remember, Democrats will stay home. I think that state of Pennsylvania, with Biden's unpopularity, I really do think that this would be Cruz territory. Oops, I forgot to do New Hampshire. Well, the blue wall, just to continue my reasoning for the blue wall. Wisconsin and Pennsylvania were two states that did go to Trump in 2016. So, and we have to think about Biden's unpopularity compared to Hillary's unpopularity, and he's probably going to be a bit more unpopular, if he keeps up his approval rating, right? So, he's going to lose in these two states. Anyway, moving up to New Hampshire, this would probably be Biden territory, just because they do want a very moderate candidate. New Hampshire is a very moderate state. All right, that's what we have to remember. A lot of you will disagree with me here, but hear me out. New Hampshire is a very moderate state, and Ted Cruz is so right-wing. He is so conservative. And really, there are a lot of independents in the state of New Hampshire, and Cruz will not perform well among them. Biden won't either because he's unpopular, but there are more Democrats than Republicans in the state of New Hampshire. I think that Biden will be able to win it by a tilt margin. Going over to the state of Michigan, I think it's going to go to Cruz by till March. I really think that this will be a close state, and I was going to give it to Biden before, but really I'm going to give it to Cruz because, there are a lot of rural white voters who granted the state to Trump in 2016, and, it's not like Michigan is really trending anywhere, like Nevada's trending right, it's not really going anywhere as of right now, but, I don't know, a lot of Democrats will stay home, especially African Americans, who granted Biden the nomination and therefore the presidency, by winning him Georgia, by winning him Michigan. And really, a lot of them will feel like he hasn't really paid them back. He has tried to with the Voting Rights Act, but that was not passed. So a lot of them, won't even, they won't feel like he did anything for them. So, Michigan, especially with the rural areas coming up for Cruz, that's what we have to remember in the Panhandle. There's going to be a lot of rural voters who will come out for Cruz because he's a rural senator. So, I do think that Ted Cruz would carry the entire blue wall. So this is my final map. Ted Cruz actually wins kind of big with 313 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 225, which is pretty crazy. I'm surprised. I might change Michigan in the future. Anyway, remember to comment political chatter bug, and I'll see you, not political chatter, political chatter bug, and I'll see you on the future.